time to show you some of the new books I got. Let's get into it. Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing very nice. I'm sending a lot of hugs and positivity to all of you. Hi, if you're new, welcome to the channel. I really hope you enjoy the content, and if you do, consider subscribing. These are a few new books I have received since the last book haul I did, which was probably near my birthday. So it's been quite some time. This time I have also done a little bit of shopping for myself, and I'm being very mindful because I do have a lot of books on my physical TBR, and this entire year one of my goals was to read books from my physical TBR, and I'm adhering to it, which I am so proud of. Now I'm so excited to show you all of the books that I got. First up, we have The Book That Wouldn't Burn by Mark Lawrence. It is an absolutely gorgeous copy, and this was actually sent to me by Odisha. Enjoy your gift. Happy birthday. Sending you this because you inspired me to pick up books again. Thank you so much, Odisha. I actually got this after I made the book haul video for my birthday, and I was not able to include this book in that video, which I feel sad about, but I am so grateful for this because this has been on my TBR since a long time. This is one of the books which I have not seen in a lot of places. Like, it has not come up on my radar, and one day I went to Crossword bookstore and I saw this book over there, and I was like, I'm going to get it, but I think it was for around 900 rupees. In the bookstore it was also like a different edition, so it was quite expensive, which is why I decided to put it on my TBR, and then I put it on my wish list for my birthday. And Odisha very kindly gifted this to me, so I am so grateful. I cannot wait to read this. And along with this being a book that is not very popular, it's also about books, and I love the cover so much, and I love the thickness of the book. There's just like a lot of good things going on. This is one of the books that I have not picked up because I know what it is about. It's not about the plot at all, because honestly when I read the blurb of it, I don't understand anything. The blurb has not explained what the story is going to be about at all, except I do think it's a little bit about self-discovery along with going on an adventure, and I think that the book is going to be at the center of it, and I am so excited about that. And honestly speaking, I really enjoyed the blurb in the sense that it gave me an idea of what the story is going to be like the feeling that I will get, the vibe that I will get from the book along with the title and the cover, but it did not exactly tell me the story. And I really like blurbs like that don't reveal too much, because then I can go into the book just blind enough for myself. Like, that's how I prefer it for myself. So again, thank you so much for this, Odisha. The next book was sent to me by the publisher, and it is by an Indian author, and I kid you not, I am so excited to read this one. It's called Desi Crime by Aishwarya Singh and Aryan Misra. This is what it looks like. I'm absolutely in love with the cover, even though it's like the shiny one, because honestly it feels like it's a plastic bag that has all of the evidence in it. This is actually a collection of short stories, multiple crimes that have taken place, 20 true stories of killers, kidnappers and other sinister crimes. Aishwarya and Aryan are actually podcasters, and I think they are true crime podcasters, and so I think they have taken some of their stories from there and put it in this book. I'm not exactly sure. What I do know is this book includes a lot of crime, a lot of mystery, a lot of thrill, a lot of gruesomeness. I'm not gonna lie, it does scare me a little bit to get into the story because they are true crimes, and as much as I love reading thrillers and mysteries and crime books, the reason I enjoy them so much is because it is fiction. So like, in my head those things are not real, and it's so gruesome and there are no consequences because it's just a story. So I enjoy them a lot. Knowing that these are true stories, like, I'm just scared that if I read them, what if they turn out to be like really sinister, and it just like scares me a lot, but that also thrills me a lot. So I'm in a confused space right now, but I'm very excited to get into this. Next two books I bought for myself, and they are so special. First one that I got from Amazon. The reason this is so special is because this entire experience unlocked something for me, unlocked a new feeling of receiving books for me. Till now I have received books and I have been excited to read them, or there is another experience of seeing other people excited about reading books and then getting that book. That is a different feeling of excitement of receiving books. I feel like there are so many reasons to get excited about buying books, so many kinds of excitement that we can have, and I unlocked a new kind of excitement with this one because I randomly picked it up when I was very much in the mood for a romance. I read it on my Kindle. It turned out to be sort of like a 5-star for me. If you want to see my reaction, I'll put the vlog in the description. Then I got the paperback got from Amazon, and knowing that a 5-star read of mine is on the way was just a whole other feeling. Unboxing a 5-star read, a whole other feeling, and it was one of the best feelings ever. And the book is Summer in the City by Alex Astor. To give you a little bit of context, this is a billionaire romance where the guy is the billionaire and they come across each other's path, and it's very slow burn, very fun to read, and the main female character is literally a photocopy of me. It was very relatable for me. These are the reasons why I love this book. Also because it's a billionaire romance, but it's not toxic. You know, the guy is not toxic. I sometimes vary from billionaire romances because they turn out to be toxic and the guy doesn't know how to behave and all of those things, but this one is not toxic. So those are the reasons I loved this book, and I was so excited to have it in my hands when I got it in real life. Like, literally look at that. It's so beautiful. The pink, the glossy title, the matte cover, it's absolute perfection. I am so obsessed with this. That feeling of receiving a 5-star, top notch. Next book I got from Amazon sort of restored my faith in non-fiction books, and literally the entire universe guided me to buy this book. I have a short with the entire story. I worded it very well in that short, so you should go and check that out. I'll put the link in the description, but basically I got a couple of signs from the universe that maybe I should check this book out, and it seemed like something that I will enjoy, and I was not going to defy the universe and not listen to my intuition about buying a book, of course, which is why I got this book. And the book is Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. This book basically helps you to improve your self-concept and your self-image, and I think that was very necessary for myself. I've sort of reviewed it in a video also. I'll put the link in the description, so if you want to know my initial thoughts on the book, because I've not finished it yet, then you can go and check that video out. This is a non-fiction book that I have bought for myself after a long time. I basically lost all my faith in self-help books. Even when I do read non-fiction books, I reread the books that I already have, or I actually do have like a lot of non-fiction books on my physical TBR, so I don't even like think about going on the internet and getting a new self-help book for myself. However, I've been reading this book and it has been so life-changing, and the one thing that I'm doing differently is that I'm not reading the entire book in a week. I'm not reading chapters and not implementing them in my life. I am actually genuinely trying to understand what they're saying, and I'm instantly applying that into my life, and that has been completely genuinely life-changing. I really never thought that I'll say that about a non-fiction self-help book, but here I am saying it. A lot of you guys have messaged me about the book that it is not available on Amazon. I will try to put a link to this in the description if it is available now, so you can go ahead and buy it for yourself. Talking about non-fiction books, I got another non-fiction book from a bookstore. I recently went to Crossword to do a little bit of book browsing. I did not necessarily want to buy a book because, yet again, I keep saying this multiple times, I am looking for titles that I have not seen at a lot of places. So when I go to Crossword, I am looking for such titles. I wanted books that were released long back, or I wanted books that are not very popular. I did not get much in the fiction section, but because of Psycho-Cybernetics, my faith in self-help books have been restored. And so I just casually went to the non-fiction section to just like browse, and I came across this book, so I bought it for myself because it seemed so unique to me. 5 Types of Wealth by Sahil Bloom, which talks about time wealth, social wealth, mental wealth, physical wealth, and financial wealth. I think it's really pretty and the cover caught my eye, but the reason I bought the book and the reason I think it is quite unique is because it is talking about wealth, but not only in the context of finances and money, but it's also talking about finances and money. And I am a firm believer in the fact that if you truly want to be wealthy in life, it is genuinely not only about the money, but money is also a part of it. Basically, my dream life is all of these wealths: time wealth, physical wealth, mental wealth, social wealth, because if I don't have all of these, then I'm not truly wealthy in my mind. But just because I have all of these wealths doesn't mean that I don't want the financial wealth in my life. And I think that balance in life is what I aim for, is my goal, and I think that this book can help me design that dream life very well. Another thing that made me buy this book was I was just flipping through it, and it basically has a lot of drawings in there. There's a lot of representation of different concepts. This is from Time Wealth, and if you guys watch my vlogs at all, then you will know that I am like a big sucker for my Google Calendar. I like to plan my life in a way where it makes me easy to do my daily day-to-day things, and I don't have to make a lot of decisions, because I think that is the best way to save time. When I saw those diagrams, I was like, okay, is this book gonna teach me more about how I can utilize my time in the best way, so I have a lot of time to have fun too? All of these reasons combined together, I just went ahead and bought this book, and I am so excited to get started with it. I'm gonna be reading this book and this book together in a tandem, because I want to learn things from this book, and then when I'm applying them, I want to use the principles from this book. I want the practical tips from this book, and I think this is a great combination. Now, talking about books that I got from a bookstore, I recently went to Bargain Book Hut because they were holding a sale. So I got a couple of books for myself from there. These are not unpopular books, but they are books that were there on my wish list since a very long time, and they are by authors that I totally completely root for, and I know that they will give me a good time. First up, we have Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. Kristen Hanna is one of my favorite authors. She's written quite a few books that are literally 5-star, 6-star reads for me, and I trust her completely, and this is one of her most popular books. So I wanted to get it since a long time, and because it was on a sale at a bookstore, I had to get it. One of the reasons I don't buy a lot of books from bookstores is because, like, yes, they're expensive and you buy them at full price, whereas on websites or on Amazon you get them for cheaper, right? So I will once in a while, for example, go ahead, spend money and buy books like this because it is an experience, so I'm investing in the experience. But the best thing that can happen to you is you go to a bookstore and you get books at a price that you would anyhow be spending on Amazon. So you get all of the experience and you get the books that you want, and at a very good price, and that is exactly what happened with this book. So I got it for myself. Also, this is a very different sort of edition. Look at that, it's long but it's very thin like this, so it's quite different from the books that I have. I actually really like the unique shape of the book. Another book that I got along with Firefly Lane was Independence by Chitra Banerjee Divakarni. I got the hardcover of it. I am actually in the middle of it. I'm currently reading it. Actually, I started reading it long back, if I'm being very honest, and I'm reading it in a vlog. So once I am done reading this, that vlog will be up. Chitra Banerjee Divakarni is the author of Forest of Enchantments. That is the only book I've read by her, because she has another book. It's called The Last Queen, as far as I remember, and I really want to read that too. But before then, Independence has been on my radar since a very long time. It's the story of sisters during the time of independence and partition, entire historical event of the partition. I really enjoy reading stories as the backdrop. Wow, I don't really know what I just said there, but I hope you got it. I think I got this for 199, like 199, and that's absolutely insane. Like, especially because it's the hardcover. Next up, Vasundhara, who's my god fairy, I think that's how you say it, has sent me 2 books in the past 2 months, because she sends me 1 new book every month. One of them is Everyone I Know Is Dying by Emily Slapper. Once again, I actually saw this book in Crossword, but I did not get it because I did not go to buy books, and since then it has been on my wish list. I did not put it on my birthday wish list, I think, but she knew that it's been on my list, so she got it for me, and I am so excited. It's not written anywhere, but I don't know why this gives me Sylvia Plath energy, or unhinged women energy, or complex female characters, some like a mix of all of those things. Absolutely love the title, Everyone I Know Is Dying, because everyone we know is dying, because we're all gonna die someday. Oh my god, that's so gruesome. And I love the cover so much. So there are multiple reasons why I'm so excited to read this book, but I'm waiting to be in a good headspace. This is not going to be in any vlog. This is going to be like a personal treat for myself that I will read during a week, and I will read like a little bit every day, and I cannot wait to discover this character. As far as I know, this is going to be a character driven book, and I love character driven books sometimes. Just following the entire arc of a character, and if the character is depressing, following their thoughts, getting to know them even if they're not real, because somewhere in this world there are people like her. So I feel like I am meeting people that I'm not actually meeting. Is that delusional? Is that delusional of me? I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited to read this one. The book that she sent in the month of August was My Friends by Frederick Buffett. Oh my god. When I unboxed this, I went absolutely crazy, batshit crazy. Because I was like, whoa, okay. This is like the big thick floppy edition. I am absolutely in love with the cover, and if this is your first video, you must know that I am the biggest fan of Frederick Backman. I'm absolutely obsessed with the books that he has written, and there is not one book that I've read by Frederick Backman till now that I have been like, oh yeah, this is like a 4-star read. No, they're all 5-star reads, they're all 6-star reads. They literally always become a part of my soul. This is his latest release and now I have it. Oh, thanks to Vasundhara. So I'm very grateful and I'm very excited to read this one. The next book was sent to me by the author, and I recently made some sort of content where I was talking about how I used to watch Jodha Akbar as a kid and how that sort of developed my taste for enemies to lovers romance, and now I read a lot of enemies to lovers romance books. One of the books or series that reminds me of Jodha Akbar a lot is the Wrath and Dawn duology, and a lot of you guys told me that I will actually enjoy this book a lot if I enjoy Jodha Akbar as a serial. The author was very kind to send this book to me for me to read, so I'm so excited to read it. The book is called Rudra Nandini by M. Lovely. This is what it looks like. I'm absolutely in love with this cover, and it is a thick book, you guys. It's really thick and the text inside is really small, and it is an enemies to lovers romance. I don't know what to expect, but I'm really excited about it. Oh yeah, this also came with a few bookmarks and I love the bookmarks too. I have Nandini, Rudra, them together, and this actually has a Spotify barcode and just their name, and I love all of these bookmarks also. So I'm so grateful to the author to send this book to me and I cannot wait to get to it. Now I have a few books that were sent to me by the publishers. First of all, we have The Tenant by Frida McFadden, which was sent to me by Penguin. Very grateful to have it. I actually have heard mixed reviews about this book. Some of the people are absolutely obsessed with it and they are like, this is probably Frida McFadden's best book ever, and then some very trusted people are like, oh my god, the ending of this was like completely predictable. And recently, since I think 2 books, I've not had very good Frida McFadden experience, so I'm a little worried as to what is going to happen, and I don't know if I'm ready to commit to a story that will not completely blow my mind, but at the same time I'm very intrigued, you know what I mean. I actually really like the cover of it. I got another Kristen Hanna book. It's called Summer Island. It is absolutely gorgeous, and this was sent to me by Pan Mac, and I was actually so excited to like straight up get to it, and I did straight up get to it. However, I had to DNF it a little bit because this is very different from the other Kristen Hanna books that I have read. It's definitely not historical fiction, though it is set long time ago. It's a story of a mother and a daughter. Finished reading 30% of this, but then I DNF'd it because it was not the vibe I was looking for. Not that the book is bad. I finished reading 30% like in one sitting. I would have finished this book completely. I'm just like not in the mood for the vibe, which is why I DNF'd it. Another reason was because I thought that this is her latest release, but when I was reading it and doing a little bit of research, I realized that it's not a new release. They have redone the cover of the book and it's actually a very old release. Lots of good things happening, and as soon as I'm in the mood for this vibe, I'm gonna get to it. Next 3 books were also sent to me by Penguin. First of all, we have Notes on Infinity by Austin Taylor, which is the mix of Lessons in Chemistry and Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, as said in a quote, a blurb over here at the top of the book. And I think this is a romance novel, but not exactly a romance, but a love story. That's how I differentiate between rom-coms and love stories that are set up in the real world, as in the characters are going to be realistic and it's not going to be all happy hunky-dory all the time. I think it's going to have friction, and I think it's set in the workplace. I think these 2 characters are going to work on something together, but then they will place their career over their love. All of those vibes and what the realistic consequences are of placing your career over your life, because this happens in rom-coms all the time, right? Like you have to choose between your career and the person you love, but in rom-coms it's represented in such a different, like, cute, happy way, and you know there is a happy ending. You don't know what the ending is like and what the consequences are in the real world. So I'm very excited to read it. I absolutely love the cover. I don't know what that infinity means, but I do love the title, Notes on Infinity. Next 2 books, oh my god, both the books when I've squealed both the times. And foremost, oh my god, we have Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I will tell you something. First of all, this is her latest release, so obviously I was like, whoa, what is going on? I am so excited about it. But one of the main things that went on in my head was the cover of this that I have seen circulating circulating was actually of like, I'll put it over here on the screen. And I'm not the biggest fan of Taylor Jenkins Reid covers anyhow. But this cover surprised me. Like literally, look at that. It's one of the most beautiful covers I have entirely in my shelf, but especially for a book by Taylor Jenkins Reid, one of the most beautiful covers I have. And I know that it shouldn't matter, but it does to me. So I'm very excited to have this copy. I've already finished reading it and I've cried my eyes out, and it's in a vlog which is coming out very soon, so look out for it. Like as soon as I get done reading Independence, that's when this video is gonna come out, and I'm so excited about it, and I'm so grateful to have it in my hands. In the end, I got Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. This is her first adult thriller. I've already read this book and the vlog is up on the channel. And yet again, I just lost my mind when I got this book because I love Holly Jackson. If you don't know, Holly Jackson is the author of the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. And I read that book within 3 to 4 days because of how obsessed I was with that entire story. And since then, Holly Jackson has been my favorite. I've also read literally, I think, every book by her. I think except Kill Joy, that is what it's called, a novella which is in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, but I don't think I'm ever going to read that, which is why I've not read it till now. But apart from that, I have read all of the books that she has come out with, and she usually writes YA thrillers, but this was her first adult thriller, and I'm just gonna say it did not disappoint, and I'm still a Holly Jackson fan, and I'm absolutely obsessed with this cover. I did not realize it later, so I did not realize it earlier, but this is actually a brain scan, and that is very important to the story because our main character is going to die within 7 days because of a head injury. And with that, we come towards the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Every single time I have received these books, every single one of these books, I have squealed. I have been so happy. It has made my day, and I'm so grateful to receive all of these books. I have read quite a few of them, as you will see, because I'm being very responsible with my book choices, and I'm trying to read them as soon as I get it. Some of the videos are up on the channel. You can go and check it out, and if you want me to read any of them, you can comment in the comment section. I'll check it out, and subscribe so that you get the review of the books which I have not already reviewed and read. See you guys in the next one. Bye.